If you guys are looking for a place to get some reliable Ultimate Team coins, be sure to check the link in the description below to cointraders.co and use code LEGACY for 5% off of your purchase. Yo, what is going on, guys? Today we're playing NHL 18. And we're going to be doing a completely full game review of NHL 18. I don't know, I never really thought of doing it. I haven't really seen a lot of other people do it. I'm thinking, man, if there's one person that's going to give you the cold hard truth, at least my opinion of NHL 18, I'll be the one to hand it to you right away. I'll give you the good things, I'll give you the bad things. I'm not afraid to tell you what they need to work on. I'm not afraid to tell you what's good about the game either. And I think, you know what, a lot of people haven't bought this game yet. That's pretty adamant by the fact that there's not even like 100,000 people on HUT. And that's where we're going to start, is HUT. This season, as far as HUT's concerned, if you were just buying a game on HUT alone, I think they did a nice job with the pure fact of they made it more entertaining for people that play offline. You have all these solo challenges to work through, plus you got competitive seasons, plus you got ranked. But the one thing that you can't say about HUT, I know people complain about it, and that is the slow gameplay of HUT, because players have lower overalls, so the gameplay is a little bit more sluggish. Personally, I don't really like the gameplay in general when it comes to stuff like HUT, because the poke check is just so overpowered. It's not fun to me. I do not like when you get poke check from a mile away in gameplay. So it's just something I try to avoid in general completely, but there's so many different things you can enjoy playing about NHL. That's the thing. So it's like, I don't care for it, but I'll go play ESHL. It's not as big of a deal. The poke check's not as bad. I mean, it's there, but it's not as OP, and the pace isn't near as slow as it is in HUT. At least I don't think it is. Now, I mean, if you want to dig deeper into HUT, I don't agree with how they ran HUT this year, because they're already giving guys 99 overalls and 90 overalls. They released a whole bunch of legends all right away. They're like, oh, we spread them out this year. Didn't do them all at once. Well, technically you did. You still released every legend right away. The market's kind of crashed for it, so it's kind of debatable on what you think about HUT. But in general, you got to give them props. I really appreciate they added the solo challenges. You do have competitive seasons to play. You got draft champions to play. Draft champions, though, once again, no, just like last season, I don't know if they're ever going to touch it. The thing with draft champions is I think it downgraded from last year. I'm going to show you the sets real quick if you're, like I said, you're new to the game, or you had it last year. The best thing you can get is an 85 overall right now. There's really not a reason to play draft champions, other than to play with new cards you haven't used before, which is great and all, but I think people would like an award. Right now, 85 overalls are going for like all of like 800 coins in HUT, so they're not really worth anything. I mean, you can work up to get that pack, but that's 10 wins, which ain't bad, I guess, when you consider you ain't using contracts or anything, but still, solo challenges will be a lot quicker to get that 10K for a pack. Before I forget though, the one thing I will say about HUT this year, I really do like the new card designs. They look a lot nicer, a lot cleaner, I think. I like that they changed up the regular base card too, you know what I'm saying? HUT has like the little V in there on a lot of the base cards. I really like the primetime cards. Those look nice. The hockey fights cancer, again, that's something I can complain about all day. They just came out with the same exact overalls again. Again, no, not part of the review. You know what's funny? I want to say they improved HUT this year, but here's the thing. Should I really be allowed to say that when I have no games played? Zero. Zilch. I played a draft champions game. I didn't like how slow it felt. I was never into versus zone HUT, to be quite honest, because I just don't like it. I don't like the way you have to play cheesy and everything. It's not very fun to me. So I like the thing that they added the solo stuff. So if you're into stuff that's offline, like the solo challenges, I think that's a plus this year for HUT players. It gives people more ways to make coins and stuff. So if I were to grade HUT, I would say it's an upgrade from last year, albeit they did kind of destroy the market this year by, you know, doing what they did do. But I will say though, as in general, and trying to enjoy the game mode, I think it's a lot better this year having the solo challenges in there. Be a pro. I'm not even going to waste my time clicking on a tab, because I started playing it, and once again, there's still no story mode. It's not like a Road to the Show. It's not like a My Career. It's not like a Long Shot and Madden. It's just a regular, boring Be a Pro mode. They didn't really touch it from the year before. They added like a request trade option. That's pretty much it. So I'm going to say you guys got a thumbs down on Be a Pro. You still have, honestly, the worst Be a Pro mode in any sports game I know about. I don't know what UFC has. I don't play it. Really crazy how far they are behind in Be a Pro. It's probably one good reason people don't buy this game. EA Sports Hockey League. Now, personally, I like EA SHL, so I'm not going to complain a lot about it. But the fact of the matter is, if you're judging a game from last year to this year, EA SHL hasn't changed at all. Besides the gameplay being a little bit different, everything in ESHL is the exact same thing as the year before. And you get to unlock a mascot. I lied to you. You get a mascot and a mouth card. Other than that, everything is the exact same as the season before. But if you liked ESHL, you're going to like it this year too, I think. How about the new game mode, NHL 3s? Let's talk about NHL 3s. It was overly hyped in the beta. Everybody loved playing it. And it's pretty much irrelevant now, like completely. Nobody really plays it. The thing is, you look at like 3 circuit. This is the main thing of 3s. And I'm going to tell you right now, when you play threes, if you haven't played it before, it is very, very arcadey. And by that I mean I want to say it doesn't feel clean. It's like you're flying around the ice. You're sliding a lot more. It's like putting the sliders really high. You bounce off guys a lot more. It's like you're on a ping pong table, not ping pong, pinball table. But here's what the threes campaign mode looks like if you haven't seen it before. I've not started this. I must have started on a different account or something. I don't know, but this is what you got. You get logos, jersey, mascot, arena. It's pretty much the same for all these games. The stuff you unlock, you have to beat them. And there is a whole heck of a lot of game mode. And there's a whole heck of a lot of things to play. I guess you might enjoy it. If you like the offline stuff, maybe. I can see, the thing is, it gets repetitive because you're legit playing 3v3 versus a different team every single time. And there ain't really an objective other than playing on Legend and whatever else not. So I think that's why people get away from it, because at the end of the day, you're just playing the same, team over and over. Not the same team over and over, but you're doing the same thing over and over, just playing a different team to unlock different stuff. And it's not really a random different stuff. You know what mascot you're getting. You know what arena you're getting. It's already predetermined. Of course, if you never played yet, though, I guess you don't really know what you're going to get. I think you get like Hunter or something for the Edmonton Oilers. So I like that they did add this game mode, though. I'm not going to completely complain. It is nice that they added something. They tried to do something with the threes campaign mode. It's a start. I do like threes in general, though. I'm going to be honest. I don't like the threes like this kind of threes, but I love playing ESHL threes. The ESHL threes is cleaner. It doesn't have as much. It's not as arcadey. And it's just a lot of open ice. If you like a lot of open ice playing, I really do enjoy playing threes. I'm going to be completely honest. That's one of the more fun game modes to be playing in NHL 18. How about franchise mode? Now, as we all have heard, they added the expansion draft to franchise mode. And I'm just going to throw it out there. I think the second I heard there was expansion mode, everybody's like, oh, that's cool and stuff. But it was one of them things, when you put it into a game, you do it once or you do it twice and you're pretty much done. There are the small majority, and there's nothing wrong with the people that like doing it, but there is a small majority that do like doing it over and over. But the thing is, it's pretty much repetitive. You can't, unless they change something, you can't edit other teams' protected lists. I tried doing that for videos because I thought it'd be cool to have, unprotect certain players that usually wouldn't be unprotected, but you can't do that. You can use an authentic one, or you can let EA decide what's protected, unprotected. Now, you can customize your own protected list, but you can't customize the other 31 teams. I thought that'd make it interesting if you did something like that. That being said, like I said, I think it's nice that they added it for the tryout thing there. I mean, other games, once again, no, it's like, dude, I'm glad they added it. And like I said, I'm just being honest here, they are a little bit behind. I played NBA 2K18. I'm like, dude, you can expand 8 NBA teams, and they're not even talking expansion. But they also let you go ahead and edit divisions this season, though, by the way. You guys seen a couple of my videos. You already know this. You can move these guys here if you wanted to and be like, all right, that's cool. Let's go ahead and do that. So there's a little bit extra customization to mess around with things. As far as, to be honest, as far as loading screens go, let me show you real quick, actually. I'll show you what the loading screen looks like. Here we go. Start it up. Let's start the timer. It took about 30 seconds. From the time I hit the start button to start the franchise, it took about 30 seconds. Why do I bring it up? Because I know people can be impatient. I'm impatient, honestly, with the loading time between menus. Now, I bring that up because it's still in the game. It's like, whatever. But the thing is, I will give them credit for is they did speed up the simming. When you're in the calendar mode, it goes a lot quicker. It used to take, I think it's probably, I wasn't going to say a lot quicker, 4 or 5 minutes quicker when it comes to simming up a season. It probably used to take 12, 13 minutes. I remember timing it one time. I don't know why. Don't question why I would do that. I think you know what I was going to do. I was going to see how much longer it took compared to MLB. I think you could sim like 3 or 4 MLB seasons in a time you could do one NHL. It's crazy. But as far as franchise is concerned, to be completely honest, there's a lot of stuff to do in franchise mode. I think the big problem is, we already know it, you can't play with friends. Every franchise mode has a connected franchise, but NHL. NHL, EA, you see all their biggies out there talking down on connected franchise. You know what? I think they're starting to flip, though, to want it a little bit more. I think they're finally starting to flip. They was completely against it at the beginning of the year, but they're a little bit more towards it now. But I think a lot of them was like, why would we play connected franchise? Is that really going to make you want to buy this game? I mean, ask yourself this. If that's the case, why is it in every other game? Why is MLB got it? Why is NFL got it? Why is NBA got it? Why is every other of these big franchise sports games have a connected franchise and people don't play it? I think that's the thing with connected franchise. I give it an L for the season. It's got about the same stuff from last season. Because you don't add connected franchise, though, I give you the L. One thing I do want to say, and I really will shout out for this, and I do appreciate this, is with the rules and settings, they let you do one thing that was requested of myself here, and that is go ahead and turn off the edit scouting assignment. That was a real pain in the butt when you was going through the calendar mode and everything. I went to show you guys, oh, it's right there, okay, I went to show you, it wasn't even there. You can turn that off so it doesn't make you stop every single week to edit a scouting assignment, or every 6 weeks. You can sim up the season, go do something, and it doesn't stop as frequently, so that's nice to have like that. They said they fixed the trade mechanism. I disagree if you guys watch any videos. It's still impossible to get trades off. The trade system's still not something I'm a big fan of. Really though, if they would just make it connected franchise, I think it'd be an alright mode. I mean, they don't have what other ones have. They don't have training and stuff separately for guys yet still, but it's a little bit like, well, how much do people actually train their players like manually? I know they sim it a lot and they like to add the attributes, so that is something nice to have in that mechanism. So if I were to say, you know, franchise mode one year to the next, again, probably the same exact game mode. They made a couple minor changes that make it a little bit less of a hassle, but other than that, it's pretty much the same. Is that it? Is that everything? Did I go through everything already? Champions Hockey League. You know what? I haven't even touched it. You see how it says new? Shows the relevance there. Other than that, though, if I were to go, like I said, the gameplay. They added new deeks this year. I guess that we can talk about, too, if you're really interested in the gameplay. I guess we're saving the cookies for last or something. I like the deeks. I think people will complain. You'll hear a lot of people say, well, the deeks don't work right and everything else. The thing is with deeks, how easy are these impossible one-handed deeks to pull off in the real NHL? So I don't have a problem with how difficult they are. The good players should be the only ones that can do it. That's not a problem. I do think they need to work on a poke check. I always do. I think it's extremely OP'd when it comes to being able to poke from a mile away. I love the accuracy. If they did add that this year where you can aim your pokes, that's brilliant. If you can aim your pokes and you're accurate, go ahead. Let them poke the puck off your stick. But if you got to step on a guy and they're poking that puck off your stick, that's a little bit too far for my liking to say they're going to get that poke off in there. As far as their dedication to the game's concerned, just like any other year, I'll show you the rosters the last time we had a roster update here, because we're at the start of the season. You'd think you'd have one of them right now, and the last one was October. Oh. All right, then. No comment. They had a roster update yesterday. You guys didn't see that. I was going to say, we ain't had a roster update yet, but we got one, so that's all right. I mean, I see why people may not be buying a game, though. A lot of people are diehard NHL fans. They're going to buy it regardless. They're going to complain about the game like me, and they're going to buy it regardless. I just like playing NHL. It's one of my favorite sports games to actually play. Whether it's a good game or not, I like playing it more than the other ones because it's more on you. But when you want to sit here, if you want to, like, cold, hard, honest review and you think of it, from NHL 17 to NHL 18, they added solo challenges. They added threes mode. They added expansion mode, and they added new deeks. The new deeks do make the gameplay a little bit better, make shootouts a little bit more entertaining. Does it make or break you buying the game? I don't think it does. Solo challenges, I think that makes you want to play HUT more because it actually doesn't say as much as pay to play as it once did, so that's nice. It's obvious they only really pay much attention to Hockey Ultimate Team. We're going to be honest here. They haven't edited to be a pro. Franchise didn't change much. The expansion, but like I said, it's one of those things. You do it once, do you want to do it again? Probably not, but it adds depth to the game. I'll give it that. If I were to go from last year to this year, if you want to give like NHL 17 a 5, maybe you want to give it a 7 or an 8, I'd bump it up 1. Maybe give it a 6 this year or something, maybe a 9. Okay, it's not a 9, maybe a 7. I mean, if you wanted to go individual modes, I'd be like, be a pro, that's probably about a -5. HUT, maybe 7, 8-ish. They got a lot of stuff in HUT. They worry about HUT because, you know, moneymaker, ESHL. Man, the fact that you can't customize your pro when you are your own pro, that's always going to have a little bit of a knuckle twist on it, guys. But you can give ESHL like an 8 or 7-ish. Franchise mode, maybe a 6 because they don't have connected franchise. The mode's great, just no connected franchise. So would I tell you to buy this game? No. Would I tell you not to buy this game? No, because you know what? I don't endorse EA and I don't non-endorse EA. It's your choice if you want to buy the game. I just explained everything from one year to the next. If you're interested in having the same game and a little bit extra stuff like the threes mode, like the expansion, that'll probably have your interest not very long. I know, like I said, there's a minority. A minority of people will play threes. A minority of people will do a lot of expansion drafts. But when you're talking to broad majority of people that have a reason to buy the game, I don't know if that's enough reason to say I should buy this game compared to last year. But I'm always a guy I love buying. I'm going to buy the new game every single year regardless. Like I said, I like playing the game. It's a preference thing there. Otherwise, though, that's about it. Let me know what you guys are thinking. Are you buying the game? Have you bought the game? Are you waiting till Christmas? I can tell there's not a lot of people playing this game. It is like, looks like a graveyard out here. I'm just going to be honest. But let me know what you guys are thinking. As always, guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.